Good morning, people. Good afternoon, to be honest. The restringing this guitar today with some Elixir 1253 strings. I'm trying these for the first time. Actually, I'm a new guitarist. These are extra lights. They're bronze wound. These are lights, and they're supposed to be the bronze on the existing bronze strings on it give a bright sound, so tinny, a lot of high-end stuff. These are phosphor bronze. They're supposed to give a medium between a dark and a bright sound. So it's like a balanced sound you get out of these. So I'm going to give these a spin. These are like $12 on the internet. I'm just going to do the restringing thing. I don't know how the pros restring guitars, man, but this is how I do it. Just get the trusty side cutters going. So you can get these, you just reach underneath and kind of push up and they should pop out, and you can get all the ends out. You might have a slightly different guitar design, I don't know. So I'm lucky because when you cut the strings in the middle, the strings aren't long enough to fall straight down and disappear into the guitar, which that one would have if it was shorter. Oh man, there is a tool to get these, but this is not a premium guitar, so I can just kind of get under there if it's a bit stiff and wedge it up with my side cutters. People that own multi-$1,000 guitars probably aren't going to do that. This is a $250 Fender, what is it, a Fender FA125. It's not cheap, it's a decent guitar. So, but it's definitely not a high-end guitar. Try and keep your white pegs together. That's just life experience. I've had a lot of experience, not keeping things together and it just disappears on you. Up this end, which I hope that's in the video, it should be. Yeah. These are just wound a little, so I'm just unwinding them and pulling them out. There's not much to it. Oh man. This one is really wound. Some people really wind these up, I've seen, that's fine, but it's not strictly necessary, and you're making more work for yourself when you go to restring it. Oh, this one's a pest. Beautiful. Okay. So we got our string gauges here. Like these are 1253s they're called. Usually guitarists say strings, they'll say 12s, so I'll say the bottom gauge. The smallest gauge, it's just a gauge number, it just means how thick the string is. So 12's the thinnest, so it's pretty thin looking thing. So that's my 12. And let's pull out the 53 and have a look, because this is the one that's going to hurt the fingers the most when I'm playing. See the object that's going to cause me the most pain in the next near future. much thicker gauge from that fella. Alright, we're not going to unpack them all because that's just asking for confusion later on. So we'll get all our old crap, put that together somewhere. Start with the thickest string. I've become disorientated. That's how I hold it, yeah. Thickest string on the top, highest gauge, which is that fella. So if the peg in that, my strings have a little circle, I think most of them do, for this type of guitar. So that just kind of, you want it sitting right at the bottom of the peg, because that's what stops it obviously from pulling out once you got it in the hole. So we'll put it in a little bit. Then we'll put the peg, you want to have the slot facing towards the fretboard. So I hope you can see that. There's a slot in the peg, the rest of it's just round, and there's one slot where the string comes up. So we're kind of just going to sit that on top of the loop, push it in, make sure the slot's facing towards the fretboard, give the string a little bit of pressure up so we know that ring's sitting right on the bottom, and jam it in there. Wonderful. Okay, so that goes up here, and it's a top string, so it's going to want to go on this guitar to the closest nut. If you put it on these strings on the wrong one, they'll all end up sitting on top of each other, and you'll have a giant mess, and tuning it will become a nightmare, if not impossible. So make sure you get that right. Sit it in, there's a little slot here, little plastic slots in this plastic bit, or wood bit, or steel bit, I don't know what yours will have. So we'll get it in there, give it a cursory twist. I think a lot of guitarists just have their own way of doing this. I just twist it round and under itself, and then a little bit more. You don't want to leave too little slack up the top here, because you'll end up I've never taken it that way before. Does that work? I think we'll just go that way. So yeah, I want to get it moderately tight. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's tension that makes it pop a little bit. Like that's a moderate amount of tension at the moment. That'll do till we really tighten it up. So we'll cut the excess off. So we've just got a nice little excess amount there. I've left about 15 mils or so. You don't have it too short because it can actually slip out while you're doing the initial tightening. Alright, next largest string, 40. We're just on the 53s. Now we're doing the 42s, working our way down. I don't know how the pros do it. I've watched videos, but I can't remember explicitly what order they do it in. I'll just put the big strings in first, I don't know why. Another peg, I think I do. My theory is the big strings put more pressure on the fretboard, so get the biggest pressure done over and out of the way, so it's there when you do the little strings. Just again, making sure the slot is facing the fretboard. We go up to our second